Am I live? Is it? Oh, okay. All right, it's live. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. Y'all know it's Ash. Y'all know it's your favorite 504 girl. I had to just drop in today. Y'all know I really don't do shows on Fridays, but today is a much needed conversation because what I don't understand, baby. So y'all drop in the comment. Y'all already know before I even start the show. Y'all know I gotta do my mental health check-in. So y'all already know how it starts. Y'all already know what I do. So hold tight. And we gonna jump into tonight's conversation.
I don't know who this video was for, man, but it's like 4 a.m. in the morning, May 10th, and my heart is heavy because I know there's somebody out there that is ready to end their life, that's already made up in their mind that they're not going to fight no more. They're tired of fighting. They don't have no more strength to find because they've already gave all their strength. They don't have the strength to turn the page. They don't have the strength to see tomorrow. They made up in their mind that their life is over. And maybe they logged on to Facebook. Maybe you logged on to Facebook and looking for a sign. Maybe you logged on to say your goodbyes and you came across this video. So I just want to tell you, man, that don't let those thoughts that are trying to kill you kill you. Those thoughts that telling you life is over, those thoughts that telling you you're not enough, those thoughts that tell you things won't get better, those thoughts that tell you that you are your mistakes, those thoughts that tell you that you are your past, those thoughts that tell you that you're worthless. Don't let those thoughts kill you. They're lying to you. Because you're more than that. You're more than a conqueror. You're more than what you're going through. You do have purpose. You are awesome. You are talented. You are beautiful. You are special, despite what you've been going through. So you make up in your mind right now. Okay, you don't have to have a whole plan out for the rest of your life. You make up in your mind right now that you're going to fight with faith tonight. You make up in your mind right now that you're going to survive tonight. Whatever it takes. I pray that you have a peace in your mind that floods your mind like never before, to let you know, despite everything that you're going through, the storms that you're going through, the flood that's flooding your life with pain right now. I pray that peace tells you that everything is going to be okay. I pray that you find the strength inside of your weakest moment right now that lets you know that everything is going to be okay. So you put down that gun, you put down that drug, those pills, you put it down, man. Because there's more to your life than what you're currently going through. And you'll never understand it if you quit right now. But I promise you, if you fight with faith, you fight with prayer, eventually you'll realize everything that you went through had a purpose. Everything that you went through had a purpose. Life will get better. But if you end your life, you prevent it from getting better. All right?
Hey, y'all. Y'all already know that's how I start my shows. Y'all already know I got to do my mental health check-in. I need to make sure everybody is good. I know today is Friday. It was payday for some, might be payday for others next Friday, but y'all tap in, drop in the comments. Let me know how y'all feeling today. It's Friday. It's the weekend. What y'all doing? What's going on? How y'all been feeling? How's your week been? That's what I want to talk about. How's your week been? Y'all already know before I even jump into tonight's conversation. Y'all let me know how y'all been. I told y'all I was gonna get serious and I was gonna be live and everything. Told y'all I was gonna come back. So y'all welcome to Black Girl Interrupted Podcast. Y'all already know it's Ash, y'all favorite 504 girl. And it's so good to see y'all tonight. Like I said, it's Friday. I'm feeling good. But you know what? Let me stop bullshit. Let me jump on. Let me just jump right on into the conversation. So what we talking about tonight? Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty. Are you really surprised? Drop in the comments. Let me know. Cause see, I already knew. This is a young little animal, and I'm gonna say it. Y'all know I don't care. But whose mother, he was 17 at the time, whose mother drove him across state lines with an assault rifle, and he killed two people and injured a third. And I don't understand why people are so surprised that he got off. Really? Like, y'all are really that surprised that he got off? Like, do y'all really honestly believe? Did y'all really honestly think that this boy was gonna be found guilty? Especially after he, oh Lord, y'all, don't let me run on down this rabbit hole. Especially after that little piss poor performance on the stand where he had to force himself to cry. Y'all should have known then. And then the judge of all fucking people, who allows someone to pick the jury like a lottery? Hey, brother. Hey, ex. Good to see you, baby. I know it. I wasn't surprised. You know, and like you say, when they dropped the weapons charge, he said he knew what it was. When they told them that they couldn't use the word victims of the people that were killed, I knew then. The judge had already made, they had already made a decision. Because how many black people was on the jury? Somebody let me know. Was it one person? Was it two? I don't think it was any black people on the jury. But I don't understand why y'all so surprised. I've seen Facebook posts, I've seen Twitter posts talking about self-defense, this self-defense, that. So you went down there with an assault rifle for what? You went to a Black Lives Matter rally. You weren't going to protest. You were going to be a vigilante. So let's have that real life conversation. You were not going down there to assist in anything. And then you lied and told the people you were a paramedic. The math ain't math, and y'all make it make sense. You know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. My heart goes out to the lives that were lost that day. But I could care less about Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I could care less. I could care less. Well, we need to be uproaring and getting upset. And we need to be hoping that we get a guilty verdict for Ahmaud Arbery. So instead of y'all being upset and pissed off about Kyle Rittenhouse being found not guilty, y'all need to keep your fingers crossed and pray that we get a guilty verdict for Ahmaud Arbery. And I said it. Now, who mad? Who mad? That's the real conversation. So he was found not guilty. So y'all, let me show this before I even jump off into the comments, because I got a lot of comments that is rolling in. Let me show y'all this bullshit. Let me show y'all. Hold tight for this little clip, baby, because child, I was like, you don't even deserve worst acting award. Hold tight.
The defendant will rise and face the jury and hearken to its verdicts.
State of Wisconsin versus Kyle Rittenhouse. As to the first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read? Would you wish the jury polled? No. Okay. Okay, folks, your job is done, and we started just about 3 weeks ago. And I told you it could last 2 weeks and 2 days. This is 2 weeks. This is 3 weeks. You were a wonderful jury to work with. You were punctual. You were attentive. And the forgotten six over here who had a very difficult job of keeping from discussing the case during the time that they were sequestered as well. All of you, I couldn't have asked for a better jury to work with. And it has truly been my pleasure. I think, without commenting on your verdict, the verdicts themselves, just in terms of your the attentiveness and the cooperation that you gave to us, this justifies the confidence that the founders of our country placed in you.
You know what? Let me go back down this rabbit hole, because that was some piss poor bullshit. That's what it was. That was some piss poor bullshit. And I'm going to say it. You should have kept your ass at home. I think the mama should have been on trial too, because you aided and abetted in this. This shit was premeditated. It was well thought out, because you didn't just he didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to go to Wisconsin to this Black Lives Matter rally. Then you say you were in fear of your life because they were chasing you down. They had skateboard. You were hit with a skateboard, not a gun. So I don't understand why y'all are so surprised. I wasn't surprised at the verdict. I knew his ass was gonna walk. I knew he was. So again, I don't understand why people why we're in such an uproar, because that doesn't even apply to us. Now what? That's the conversation I'm ready to have. I really don't get it. This was premeditated. I hope that they bring civil charges against this young man and his mother, because you need to pay for what you did. You took 2 lives and injured another person. For what? You took 2 lives. So, what's the point? What's the purpose? I'm not surprised. And I really could care less. You don't have to like what I have to say. But it's the truth. He's a monster, a little animal, whose mother aided and abetted in driving him across state lines at the age of 17 with an assault rifle. For what? I need somebody to make that make sense to me. I really need somebody to go and make this make sense to me. Let me go to some of the comments. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, because it's a lot. So my brother say yes, the judge was very biased from the start. Because I ain't never seen no judge be that friendly, other than the judge that came off the stand in the Botham Jean murder trial. You went down and hugged the bitch that killed him. Who does that? Y'all make it make sense to me. Y'all tell me how 1 + 1 = 3. Y'all, I'm just saying. I'm really trying to make it make sense. So Miss Linda says she's very upset about this, but she's not surprised. Why are you upset, sis? And like X said, that's just like me coming to your house and starting shit and then shoot somebody. Right. Were you coming to protest for the murder of an unarmed black man? Is that what Kyle Rittenhouse was coming there for? I'm just, like I say, I'm just trying to make it make sense, y'all. I'm really trying to make it make sense. Oh. Hey, let's get it, GA. Good to see you, brother. Love you, baby. Love, 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 love you. X, you tell me where them gangsters at. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Sis, I know, babe. Hey, Jeremy. He said he at the bar watching this live. He said he got to catch the replay. Baby, you know it'll be uploaded to YouTube. What, 10 minutes after I finish it, it'll be available? I don't know, babe. Who knows? All right. So David says, I respect you. He never said he was a medic. He said he had a medical kit and nobody went down there with good intentions if they weren't so hell-bent on storming a gas station and setting it on fire. None of this would have happened. I agree, but I'm going to disagree to a certain extent on that because he did say that he was a paramedic. If y'all give me a moment, let me find the video where he did say he was a paramedic. Because the guy that was walking with him, he was like, this guy's a paramedic. And Kyle Rittenhouse said, yeah, I'm a paramedic. But none of this would have started had Kyle Rittenhouse stayed his ass at home. He wouldn't have been in the predicament he was in. And like I say, the mother, you aided and abetted your little monster to go down there and kill 2 people and shoot a third person. So I think the mama should have been on trial too. Because see, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to drive my son across state lines with an assault rifle to go protest. Miss me with that. Again, y'all make it make sense to me. So my brother X said if he had never took it upon himself to go there armed looking for something, this never would have. Exactly. But you know, X, this was premeditated. No, you cannot. So again, I feel like it was premeditated because you don't just wake up and say, I'm going to go to Kenosha, Wisconsin with an assault rifle to a protest. You don't just wake up and just decide it. That's just me. You know, I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't know. That just something, the math ain't mathing, y'all. It's just really not mathing. Miss Linda says she can't watch this. X say in another state, no, right. Right. Period, point blank. So David says, well, real talk, one went down there to protect property, one went down there to disrupt. Exactly. And Kyle Rittenhouse didn't go down there to protect anybody's property. You know, like I say, I knew he was going to get off. I'm not surprised about the verdict. I knew it was coming. Like I say, the moment him and the judge got all chummy, and they was buddy, and then when I saw him, what was it? He selected the juror through he got to pick the people out the basket and all. I knew then this boy is gonna walk. This boy is going to walk. I knew it. I saw it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder saw it. So I'm looking at the post and people like, oh my God, I just knew they were gonna fight. No, it was no surprise for me. It wasn't. It really truly wasn't. But hey, right. Was he hired by any of the business owners? Right. Come on, X, like talk about it. Like for real. Like, what business did you have down there that you were going to protect? And you drove from one state to another. You had a business? You know, so David says, he said, I respect you, but it was a Black Lives Matter rally during the day, but at night it was a riot. People were breaking into houses and buildings and setting them on fire. That's not a protest, that's a riot. So let's compare that to when basketball teams win, like the college basketball teams celebrate and they're flipping over cars and setting things on fire. Is that considered a riot? Because I've heard they call that something different. A celebration is what they call it. But I'm gonna respectfully digress from that conversation because y'all know I'd be ready to run down that rabbit hole with no hesitation. But I know it was a Black Lives Matter rally. But the thing about it, it wasn't black people that were setting these buildings and businesses on fire. It was the white people. But nobody's ready to have that conversation. Just like in Atlanta when Rashard Brooks was killed, who was out there rioting and burning stuff down? Somebody answer that question for me. No. Right. More like vigilante protection. And that's exactly what it was. Because he strategically planned this out, how he was going to go down there and do it. And then the falling out and all of that was so fake and so staged. You didn't pull at my heartstrings with the bullshit. And I'm just going to call it what it is. Nikki says she wasn't either. From the moment the trial started, it showed he was gonna get off. Of course they did. Like my brother said in the beginning, when they dropped the weapons charge, and then when they were not allowed to use the word victims in regards to the two people that were killed and the gentleman that was wounded. Y'all should have known the shit was fixed then. Y'all knew that. Again, I'm not surprised about it. Right, X, it doesn't. So David said, I think you missed this part in the case. His mother didn't know that his friend had a gun waiting for him. She didn't drive him across the state lines with a gun. His friend gave it to him when she dropped them off. And it's only like 15 miles from his mother's house to his friend's house. And yes, it does cross it. Either way it goes, it does. Whether the mama took him, the uncle took him, the cousin, or Bozo or the clown took him, he still went across state lines with an assault rifle to be a vigilante. It doesn't matter who took him. He still went. No matter how you cut the pie, no matter how you eat the cake, he still went across state lines with an assault rifle to be a vigilante. Because I want to know, what business did he have in Kenosha, Wisconsin to protect? That's what I want to know. That's the only thing I want to know. And you're right, bruh. Let's get it. GA say this is the world we living in, sis. Ain't shit changed. Right. Because we trying to fight a system that was not even strategically planned for us. It was not even strategically made to accommodate us. But I'm going to respectfully digress on that part. Okay? So David said, and if Kyle would have stayed home, more buildings would have been burnt. That gas station would have been gone. That community would have lost that gas station. And that business owner. But had he have stayed home, see, that's, let me go ahead and address this comment. Because had he have stayed home, 2 people wouldn't be dead. See, that's the problem. Y'all are more concerned about businesses that could be rebuilt instead of the lives that were taken that day that cannot be replaced. Now let's have that conversation. Let me go and throw these braids back, baby. Let me go and get ready for this. Because y'all know I got time. That's the problem. People are more concerned about material shit and not concerned about the 2 lives that were lost. Can those lives be replaced? Somebody, again, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. That's all I want to know. Everybody's so concerned about shit that could be replaced, but what about the 2 lives that were lost that day? At the hands of this little monster. Where's the empathy in the world? Are we even recognizing the victims? Oh, I'm sorry, we can't say victims. I just want to know. I really want to know that. Hey, Rashawn. Oh, brother. You already know, you know the ops be watching. He say Facebook trying to shut me down for that comment about coming to someone's home. You know how they are. But they'll let people post racist shit. Okay. Baby. Y'all already know. Whew. So David said it was a protest during the day. It was a riot at night. You don't throw a Molotov cocktail rocks and frozen bottles of water at a protest. But David, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that shit could be replaced. Then people have insurance on those businesses. But what about the 2 lives that were lost that day? What about the 2 lives that this little animal took? That's what I want to talk about. Let's talk about the 2 lives that were lost that day. That's all I want to know. Where was the empathy for the 2 lives that were taken? Had he have stayed his ass at home where he should have been, instead of trying to go out and do some vigilante shit, 2 lives wouldn't have been taken and another person wouldn't have been injured. To me, lives are more important than a business or building. Because if that shit is torn down, burned down, it could be rebuilt. Really. So Nicole says, the minute I heard that Trump chant ringtone blaring from that so-called judge's phone, it was obvious what the outcome was going to be, and leaving his ringer on was not a mistake. That part. Somebody talk about it. Let's have that conversation. Let's really have that conversation. It was the chumminess for me. That's what it was. Like he was, that's what did it for me. I just, So David said, did you not see the video of him cleaning the graffiti off the buildings hours before all of this happened? I saw that. But that still does not negate the fact that he killed 2 people. Address that. Make me understand why he killed 2 people. Make it make sense to me. Arbery say another case of white privilege. That part, check. Check. There's a lot of comments, y'all. Hold on. So David says the video evidence that the prosecutors tried to keep from the defense helped prove Rittenhouse's case. That's why they waited until less than a month before they went to court to release it. It was all strategically planned. They had no plans of convicting this young man. When they said that they could not use the word victims in this trial, I knew then that he was going to get off. Junk Saint says he said he wasn't hired, he just wanted violence. Baby. So Rashawn says yes. David says, no, man, when you're flipping over cars to win a Super Bowl or a basketball game, to me, that is a riot too. But they don't use the word riot. They use the word celebration. I've seen it. Like when they have the, when the college basketball teams win, they, whatever, they call it a celebratory event or whatever, something like that. So David says, well, I disagree on some of the stuff you say, but I still think you're a beautiful woman. Stay safe in your family and go Bucks. Didn't we beat your team, sir? We'll see y'all again. Don't worry. We'll see you again. I promise you. So David says he was protecting a gas station that is a half of a block from his dad's and friend's house. But what about the 2 lives that were lost? Nobody's addressing that. Nobody's even talking about that. And like Nicole says, but was that his family's gas station to protect? Right. I told y'all the math don't be math, and y'all got to make this make sense to me because I don't understand. Either way it goes, this little animal got off with murdering 2 people. Period. Period. Y'all already know. Y'all know this. Period. So, little monster. So Kenneth says the mother, father, white card is still real. Peeps. Keep your eyes open. The justice system is not for us. That part. Bingo. Because had it been one of us going across state lines, we wouldn't have made it. We wouldn't have made it. So David says if you watch the video, Kyle was not the aggressor. They threw Molotov cocktails at him, threw rocks at him, frozen water bottles at him, and then came at him to try and take his gun. That's whenever he shot the one guy by the car, then tried calling the cops while he was still standing next to the kid he shot, and then the mob came after him. That's when he ran down the street. They hit him with a skateboard and all that shit, and then he ended up shooting the other 2 as they came at him first. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me get the rest. All right. Sorry, David. Didn't mean to take your comment down. So Tasha says there's a video of him saying he wanted to shoot protesters. The judge wouldn't allow that to be shown, of course. Come on, David. I respect your opinion, but hey, I respect your comments, but We got to call it ace, a spade, a spade. We got to call it what it is. He said, and if they would have kept it peaceful, like the peaceful protest that they were claiming it was, just wouldn't have happened either. There's guilty parts on both sides. I'm not saying it's not, but again, that still does not negate the fact that he killed 2 people and shot a 3rd person. What were you going down there for? Why did you? Okay, so let me ask you this. So if he was going down there for a peaceful protest, why do you need an AR-15? Why did he need a gun to go down there? If he was going to clean graffiti off of buildings and stuff, what do you need a gun for? That's what I need to know. Tasha said he lived in another state. It wasn't his responsibility to go out and protect the business he didn't know. He went with the intent to shoot people. That part. That's what I want people to understand. And he said, of course, people will come at you when you're walking around with an offensive weapon. Right. That way, hello, anybody home? She said, people care more about property than people. That's the part I'm trying to get people to see. Those buildings that burn down, those gas stations, like I say, those they have insurance on those. That could be replaced. But he didn't go down there to try to protect the building or, oh, I want to do a peaceful protest and all. That's not what he went down there for. And I'm so sick of people trying to justify that. So let's get it. GA says, love your sis. I'm a big supporter of your message. Keep speaking on these issues. By the way, who that said they're going to beat them up. Whatever. I love you too, but we'll see y'all again in January. But we're not talking about football. We're talking about this little animal that got to walk scot-free today. With the hideous performance. You get what I'm saying? So, Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty. Are you surprised? Like I say, I've been seeing so many people, they're like, oh my God, I'm disappointed. Why? Y'all knew this was going to happen. You automatically knew. Right, Tasha? They don't see how he went into a Black Lives Matter protest of police misconduct, hoping to get into shit. That, oh Lord, baby. They really are not understanding. And the crazy thing about all of this, hey, Sean, hey, sissy. So the crazy part about all of this takes me to my next comment. Why are black people so upset about this verdict? What y'all mad for? Oh, Lord, honey. Y'all come on, talk to me. Why are y'all upset? I have seen some comments from my people, the ones that look just like me, upset about this verdict. Why? Why? Why are you upset? Anybody that look like me, explain to me why you upset about this verdict. Because I'm not upset. I'm not even worried. Like I see. So Victory says, the bottom line, he say Rosenbaum was a registered sex offender who was out on bond for a domestic abuse battery accusation and was caught on video acting aggressively earlier that night. Okay. So him being a sex offender has something to do with him being out there that night? I'm just curious. So he was acting aggressively, so that warranted for him to be killed? Make it make sense. Because what I don't understand is he still died. But again, had Kyle Rittenhouse stayed at home, this wouldn't have happened. That's my question, though. Make it make sense to me. So like Tasha said, I've never seen a judge take pics with a defendant, all kinds of right. But let's talk about the judge in the Botham Jean murder trial when when she came off the bench to hug Amber Geiger after Amber Geiger had murdered a man that was sitting in his home eating ice cream. Oh, okay. I still question that though. Like Sean said, she said, I'm not upset, but if it was one of us, we would have been under the jail. Baby, we probably wouldn't even made it across the state lines. To be quite honest with you, we probably wouldn't have never made it across the state lines. Because I still want to know. I need somebody to explain to me if he was going down there for peaceful protest to a Black Lives Matter rally, what did he need the AR-15 for? I'm still waiting on somebody to answer that question for me, though. Like, really, though. That's a real question, though. Like, I'm not being sarcastic, but I really want to know. So Nicole says, I kept telling my co-workers he was going to get off. And there it is. But that girl named Karma, yep, enough said. You know it. You better know it. Karma's coming. And it may come sooner than you think. Right, Tasha? Not a damn thing. So Victory says, Huber was a felon convicted in a strangulation case who was recently accused of domestic abuse. But what did that have to do with him that night? I want to know what did that have to do with the rally that night? That's the same shit they said about Alton Sterling when Alton Sterling was standing in front of the service station selling CDs. They was like, oh, he's a convicted sex offender. But was he being a sexual offender at the time that he was murdered? I'm just curious though. Like I'm real like asking a real life question though. Like for real. So Victory says karma. Oh, I absolutely believe in karma. Trust me. Karma has no expiration date. And it's a lot of them I can't wait for karma to visit. So let me say that. So he says Rosenbaum should have stayed at home. Kyle Rittenhouse should have stayed at home. Because what business did you have to go to Wisconsin? So Tasha says Kyle didn't know that. He was doing a lot of people do. She said using a peaceful protest to act out. Y'all keep focusing on the property damage and put it on BLM, but refuse to see how people use it to act out. Victory says, why didn't these felons stay home? Why did Kyle? Okay, Victory, I want you to answer one question for me, baby. If Rittenhouse was going down there for a peaceful protest, what did he need an AR-15 for? See, this is the thing that people always victim shame, but won't answer the question. If Kyle Rittenhouse was going down there to protest a march or whatever he was going down there to allegedly do, what do you need an AR-15 for? And I'll just wait on that response. So like Sean said, he wasn't going to be peaceful. He was going there to try and make blacks scared. Little did he know he might have been killed himself trying to mess with people that way. But I really truly want to know if Kyle Rittenhouse was going down there, for a peaceful protest, what did he need an AR-15 for? That's all I want to know. What did he need an AR-15 for? I'm just really curious to know. Because see, if I'm going out to march at a protest and it's supposedly peaceful, I'm not going out there with a weapon though. Because see, when I went to the protest here in Houston in the murder of George Floyd, I didn't have an assault rifle. I didn't go down there with any weapon. I went down there to march and protest. So I need somebody to make that make sense to me. Right, Sean? Why did Kyle cross state lines with that weapon? You right. So I'm Spaz says at 15 it's legal. He was defending businesses from looters. But was that his business though? Was that a family member's business? I'm just curious. I just, I just really truly want to know. Like, was that his business? And so Tasha says none of the felons were there with AR-15s. Even if they were acting aggressively, they weren't killing people. Kyle is the only one that went hoping to kill someone. Nicole says, and he was marching so boldly with that AK on his shoulder like he was a part of the National Guard. Girl, he looked like a drum major out there, didn't he? He looked like a drum major. Sean said, yeah, right. So Tasha said, if the protests were so violent, why were the only people hurt and killed the ones that Kyle shot? I'm going to leave this question up here because I want somebody. So I'm Spaz says, does it matter? He wasn't breaking any laws. People tried to kill him. So I'm Spaz, because I'm still waiting on Victory to answer the question. So I'm going to ask you. So let me ask you, why do you need an AR-15 though? Why do you need an assault rifle to go to a peaceful protest, allegedly? So I'm Spaz says your chat only has 2 viewers for a reason. Pure ignorance. Actually, I stream to more than just YouTube. There are a lot of people on my Facebook stream, though, that are watching this. So thanks. Good try, though, sweetie. But thank you for tuning in, though. So Sean says, how were they trying to kill him with no weapons? That, you know what? That's really, like, I'm really trying to make it make sense because everybody's tap dancing around the question, though. So I'm Spaz says it doesn't matter why you need it. It was legal. He wasn't breaking any laws. What? Baby, like I say, and I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this again. If he was, when you're going to a peaceful protest, whatever it is, what do you need an assault rifle for? He says, so I'm Spaz says one of the victims literally had a gun and pointed it at him. You sure about that? Because the last I saw, someone had a skateboard, not a gun, but a skateboard. So Tasha say white privilege self-defense. He brought a weapon. He brought the weapon, then get scared after he's threatened someone with that said they would take it. Sean say, were you there? Was he there? Sis, I don't know, baby. Tasha say yes, because he thought he was an active shooter. So I'm Spaz says, did you not pay attention to the trial at all? To be quite honest, I really could care less because it didn't affect my household. My concern is the Ahmaud Arbery trial. Because again, white privilege at its finest, baby. But to answer your question, yeah, I watched bits and pieces and then I caught the replays of it. So again, if he went down there to march peacefully, what do you need an AR-15? Why are you avoiding the question though? That's the question. You're not even answering that question though. If you're going to a march, a protest, whatever it is you're going to call it, what does he need a gun for? An assault rifle at that. So I'm Spaz says he admitted on the stand he had a gun and pointed it first before speaking on something. I would do research. Well, I've done all the research. So your point is what? He said, so Victory says Gage, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, had a gun. So I'm Spaz says I'm white and I believe those guys are idiots. No one is saying those Ahmaud Arbery guys aren't guilty. But really, so while you're telling me to do my research, do your research, because people are saying that they are not guilty. They are saying it. They were saying that they were justified in doing that. So thanks. So Sean says, hell no, why should I when I knew he wasn't going to go to jail? Right. Everybody knew that. We all knew. Like I say, from the beginning, when they eliminated the fact that they couldn't utilize the word victim, and then when they dropped the weapons charges, y'all knew he was gonna get off. Y'all knew this. So I'm not surprised. And I don't even understand why black people are in an uproar about it. Because I've seen some people say, oh my God, I can't believe it. I don't understand. Make it make sense to me. So Gage said, Gage Grosskreutz, I hope I said the name right, pointed a gun at him when he was on the ground. If Kyle didn't shoot first, he'd be dead right now. So, but the guy above you, Victory, just said that Kyle admitted that he pointed the gun first. So I'm lost now. But again, y'all are still skating around the question. What did he need an AR-15 for? So I'm Spaz says, it's obvious you haven't done any. You just admitted to not knowing someone pointed a gun at him. I knew, let me say this. Let me go and say this. Answer my question. Why did he go down there with the AR-15 to begin with? That's the question, though. He say black people don't care. It's the media portraying it. What do you mean black people don't care? We don't care about what? We care a whole lot more than what you think because we're tired of dying at the hands of white police officers, and white police officers get to go home with no just due. So I'm Spaz says no. He said the guy who got shot pointed the gun first. Okay. Sean said to be seen and try to make people scared. Again, Kyle Rittenhouse went down there with the intent to stir some shit up. Now, so Christian says the guy who hit Kyle had a bag and hit him in the back of his head. He was trying to stop him and Kyle hit and killed him. He's guilty. So I'm Spaz, do you care when black kids in Chicago? Oh, absolutely, baby. You might want to go back and watch some of my episodes where I speak on that. So yeah, I speak on it. So I absolutely do care. But thank you for tuning in tonight. Subscribe so you can keep up with some of my episodes and you'll see that I really do care. I'm tired of black kids being killed, period. Black boys, black girls, black men, black women. I'm tired of us dying for unjust reasons. So to answer your question, love, Sean said that's true too. So Victory says Rittenhouse testified that he headed there to help patrol the streets, protect businesses, and provide first aid, which he came prepared with a medical bag. The gun was for self-protection. Okay. So we're going to justify. Okay. All right. Y'all say so. So let me ask you, Victory, because I did watch the trial just to answer your question, I'm Spaz. Did he or did he not say he was a paramedic? That's all I want to know. Did he or did he not say he was a paramedic? I'm gonna try to upload the video because he did state that he was a paramedic. So Christian says the judge is showing his true color. Oh yeah, he did. Girl, when they was down there taking the pictures and all that crazy stuff, yeah, I already knew. So Sean said, see, they always say this shit. When do they do white on white? When they do white on white crime. Girl, you know, that don't faze me not a bit at all, honey. You know, I be used to that. So I'm Spaz says, how about just people in general? Why do you have to specify only black people? Why not all people? So let me address the question before I move on to the next comment. So let me tell you why I'm addressing black people. Because, see, we're the ones that get murdered and no justice is ever served for us. Hence, Breonna Taylor, they had more concern about the walls being hit with the bullets and not her being murdered. I want to talk about Philando Castile, who told the police officer that he was licensed to carry and was still killed. I want to talk about Trayvon Martin. I want to talk about, it's so many names. I want to talk about Sandra Bland, Tatiana Jefferson. That's why. I know things like this happen in the white community, but I'm more concerned about healing and getting the black community together than it is the white community. So call me what you want, baby. It doesn't bother me. He told me I sound like a black supremacist. Babe, you can call me what you want, but I'm all for my people. Thanks. So Tasha said, anyone else see the white rapist that got probation after pleading guilty because the judge didn't think prison would be good enough for him? This is why this bothers black people so much. That part. What bothers me is these white men that kill black people and they get to go home. Now, Pyro Poppy says, y'all forgot about O.J. Simpson. Lord have mercy. You know what, Pyro? I saw somebody did mention O.J. I was like, Lord, here we go. I think they did a comparison between the O.J. trial and this trial. So, hey, hold on. Sean said exactly. Spaz says George Floyd was one of the biggest national stories. Of course, because I did 2 shows and I spoke about that. And I actually went down there here in Houston, down to the protest and marched. So, yeah. But I want to talk about the other ones outside of George Floyd that are never talked about. Thanks, though. So Christian says Kyle went out there to protect his father and cousins, but Kyle does not live there in that city. He admitted that, so why would he risk his life on a town he doesn't live in? That's right. So Spaz says, I just admitted to being a racist. No, I'm not a racist. I just believe in defending black people. I believe in getting justice for the people that look just like me because we don't get the justice. Or do you not know that? Thanks. So Victory says, he says, at the time of the shootings, Mr. Rittenhouse was employed part-time as a lifeguard at a recreational complex in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, which borders Kenosha. I saw that. Now that I did know. But what I want to know, Victory, is what businesses down there did he have to protect? That's all I want to know. Sean say, I'm laughing at this stupid ass girl. You know I be used to the trolls, babe. You know that don't bother me. Pyro Poppy, don't you start. Don't start with me, but good to see you. So Sean says, and won't be talked about. Right. I know he don't know, sis. I know he don't know. I know he don't know. So my question is, so Tasha says he called that car lot begging them to protect them. Girl, Lord, baby, this is a whole hot mess with this young man. Like I say, what I don't understand is you went down there to protect these businesses, though, for what? For what, though? Kristen, we're not going to do the name calling. We're not going to do the name calling, sis. Y'all know I be very respectful on my shows. You know we're not going to do that. Hey, big brother. Good to see you. You never tune into my episodes, but good to see you, babe. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. So anyway, back to what I was saying. And to address you again, I'm Spaz. So I want to know, what rock do you live under? When have we gotten justice for black men that have been killed unjustly by white people? And when have we gotten justice, though? Everybody's saying, oh, George Floyd. That's not victory because it's still 3 more police officers that have to go on trial. So that's not a victory. That's not justice, though. But okay. Oh, brother, I love you too, baby. I promise I do. Christian, I'm right there with you. I'm tired of the BS. You get what I'm saying? I'm so tired of all the extra. I get it. They want to defend Kyle Rittenhouse. Hey, and you're well within your rights, baby. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Sean, oh, hey, Book. Daryl. Sean say, hey, Bookie, how you been? So Daryl says, that they are saying if he was black, that a statue would have been built. Right. That's the thing. But see, what I don't understand, because like I said, I'm really trying to make this make sense, is had it have been one of us, we would have never had a day in court. We probably never would have seen the light of day. That's the point I'm trying to make. So people being upset about this verdict, it's not surprising to me. It's not surprising. And I'm with you, Christian. She said, I got too much to say because I'm in pain for my beautiful black people. Right. Excuse me. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is we don't ever get justice. We're killed every day. And we never get justice. People always say, oh, why are you not in an uproar when it's black people killing black people? Because I'm going to tell you why. Because when Ray kills Mookie, we know Ray's going to prison. We know this. It's no negotiation. He may take a plea deal, and if he does, he's still getting 35 or 40 years. But when white people kill us, even though it's on camera, whatever the situation is, there's still no justice. So you can call me a racist. You can call me whatever. You're entitled to your own opinions. But I fight for the justice of my black son and my 2 black daughters and the other black boys and black girls and black men and black women that walk this earth that look just like me. Because we're consistently going up against a system that was never even strategically designed to help us. So I'm waiting on somebody to answer that question, though, to respond to that, though. So you call me whatever you want, baby. It doesn't bother me. But I'm going to continue to march and protest and rally for the people that look just like me. Next. Now. And I said it. So I'm not surprised about this verdict. My heart goes out to the lives that were lost that night by a little animal that should have stayed his ass at home, and we wouldn't be where we are today. Now, be mad, call me whatever you want. Now, you're right there. Justice is absolutely a joke. You're right, sis. I don't care. Justice is blind to dark-skinned people. That part. For a wall to get more justice than a life is disgusting to me. Y'all are more concerned about them burning down buildings and businesses and all of that, but you're less concerned about the lives that are lost. Now, and you're right, sis. I'm going to keep saying it. No one has to like me. I don't get on here for likes. Hey, big brother Will, good to see you, baby. Good to see you. Daryl says the NAACP, SCLC are now jokes and no longer have people afraid. That way. All that way. Christians say people want to go back to the year 1816 or 1957 or 1965. Well, let me reiterate to some people, we are not our ancestors. We fighting back and we shooting back too. Now, call it what you want. Next. Check. On to the next one. So, enough of talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Yo, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Ahmaud Arbery trial, baby. That's what I want to talk about. This is the only trial that I'm concerned with that I pray every day that we get justice for. I pray that justice comes for the Arbery family. That's where I hope the justice comes. So, right. And Daryl says his mother should have been arrested as well for bringing him there. But somebody say it wasn't the mother that brought him, but the mom did bring him. Oh, okay. Now, we're not our ancestors. We're fighting back. We're whooping, asking questions later. That's what we're doing. Christian says, oh God, I'm so scared for that trial. My heart can't handle it. That's where my concern. Right, Daryl. But according to the gentleman above, I'm spaz. He says I need to do more research. But the mother, exactly. But I don't know what I'm speaking about. But God bless him though. God bless him though. And the mama should have been on trial. But you know what? Kyle Rittenhouse is yesterday's news. So Will the third said, if it wasn't the mother, why didn't they arrest the person that gave him the gun? So Will, let me scroll back up to, I think that was Victory, or that was either I'm Spaz that said, hold on, let me get back to the comment. Hold on. Give me one moment. Hold on. Let me try to get back to the comment. Wait, hold on. It's so many that I got to scroll back up to. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it, but I can't. I got to go scroll back up. So anyway, somebody stated it was either, I think it was I'm Spaz that said the friend gave him the gun. The friend gave him the gun. So Sean says when we speak out, they always try to say we don't know what we're talking about. Of course they do. As if white privilege doesn't exist. And again, at the end of the day, we already know when Mookie kills Ray Ray, we know Mookie's going to jail. We know this. There's no negotiation about that. But when a white man kills a black person, he gets to go home with pay. So y'all make it make sense to me. That's really what I'm trying to understand. So Daryl says the one that filmed the Ahmaud Arbery murder tried to make a deal, and a prosecutor said no way, no how, no deals. That part. See, the one that filmed it, he really thought he was gonna get off and ended up being charged too. So now. So Daryl says because the gun wasn't actually purchased in Wisconsin. Yeah. So one of the comments, I have to try to scroll back up and find the comment, but one of the gentlemen said that the friend gave him the gun. So Christian says, I thought he drove himself. His mama took him. Y'all didn't know this little boy was homeschooled. And yes, a friend did give him the gun in court. He admitted to it. Right. But the mama took him. Exactly. But I don't know what I'm talking about, though. I don't know what I'm speaking about. Okay. Thanks, though. So I want to talk about the Ahmaud Arbery trial. Because, baby, I'm sitting on pins and needles for this trial. Enough talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. We gave him his whole hour of glory, fame, or whatever with that bullshit ass performance. But I want to talk about an issue that really truly matters to me and to every other person in the world. I want to talk about the Ahmaud Arbery trial. Where do we even begin? Hold up, y'all. Y'all, they done put my brother in Facebook jail, y'all. For 24 hours. They done gave my brother 24 hours on Facebook. Lord have mercy. So Christian says, give praise to the lawyer who questioned KR. The right stuff. The judge hated that. Right. So hold up. Christian, I'm glad you said that. Hold up. Because, baby, I posted that. Hold up. Here go the clip right here. Hold that thought.
So we're going to begin with big developments in the Ahmaud Arbery murder trial, which has garnered national attention and today brought civil rights leaders to the state of Georgia. The defense rested its case, setting the stage for closing arguments on Monday. Today, Travis McMichael, the man who shot Arbery to death, admitted under cross-examination that the 25-year-old black man never pulled out a weapon or threatened him in any way before McMichael pointed his shotgun at him. McMichael and two other white men charged with murdering Arbery have claimed self-defense, saying they suspected him of burglaries and chased him down in an attempt to make a citizen's arrest. Well, the men have offered no evidence of Arbery committing any crime. And today, McMichael said Arbery appeared suspicious when they pulled up on him in their pickup, but admitted under questioning that all Arbery did was run. CBS's Omar Villafranca is going to lead us off tonight from the courthouse in Brunswick, Georgia. Good evening, Omar.
Good evening. Travis McMichael is the only one of the three defendants to testify. And today, during cross-examination, the prosecution tried to poke holes in his version of the story, saying what he told the jury is not what he told police. Travis McMichael was back on the stand for a second day of cross-examination. Prosecutor Linda Dunikoski focused on how McMichael perceived Arbery as he followed and confronted the 25-year-old multiple times.
He hasn't pulled out a gun.
That's correct.
He hasn't said one word to you.
He has not.
He's not threatened you in any way, verbally or physically.
No, ma'am.
Dunikoski also questioned McMichael's version of the chase through the neighborhood that led to the fatal confrontation, getting McMichael to admit that he could have stopped following Arbery after he ran away from the pickup truck, but did not.
And all he had done so far is run away from you, right?
He has ran past me and ran away, and I let him run away, yes.
The prosecutor also pressed McMichael on inconsistencies in his statement to police and his testimony to the jury.
So what were you nervous about while giving this statement?
I just killed a man. I had blood on me still. It was the most traumatic event of my life.
You were nervous because you thought you were going to jail, right?
No.
You're telling this jury that you're all confused and you can't get the facts straight.
Under the circumstances of going through a traumatic event, this is what you got. I tried, and this is what happened.
Outside of the courthouse,
Brunswick is our generation Selma, that the civil rights era is now starting over today.
hundreds of pastors joined activists and members of the Arbery family. The rally prompted by this statement made last week in court by defense attorney Kevin Goff.
We don't want any more black pastors coming in here.
No matter what he said, we gonna pray anyway. No.
Arbery's mother gave a brief statement to the media and said she is emotionally exhausted from this trial. Closing arguments are set to begin Monday morning. Nora?
Omar Villafranca, thank you.
Whew. That is the most painful, most difficult thing to watch. Is I pray that the family gets justice. So Victory says Ahmaud will get justice. Prosecutor too strong and the father/son look weak. McMichael will go to jail. So Victory, let me ask you a question. What about the district attorney that sat on this, she knew about this? I believe she was the district attorney. Correct me if I'm wrong. That knew about this, that had the video and sat on this. So Sean say, so never had a gun. So Big Brother Will says we need to pay attention to the KR trial. This trial will set a precedent as to what anyone can do during a protest. And you know we are usually the ones to protest. Right. But had it have been us out there with an assault rifle, we wouldn't have lived to see the light of day. Y'all call it what it is. Y'all call it what it is. So Sean Morgan says he ran to be shot down like a dog in the street. Right. Right. Tasha say, oh, he let him run away. Wow. Right. That's the comment that got me when the defense attorney stated no more black pastors in here. Why? But let me first recognize and shout out the family of George Floyd, the family of Tatiana Jefferson, and I can't remember the other family that is there in support of the murder trial of Ahmaud Arbery. So shout out to those families that came in support. She was. So she is facing charges. Okay. I wasn't sure if she was or not. I know they were speaking about it, but I was not sure if they had brought the charges. So y'all, thank y'all for giving me that information. So Will the Third say she needs to be charged. Victory says she is facing charges. Okay, because I knew that they were talking about it, but I didn't know if they had decided to pursue the charges against her or not. So thank y'all for the clarification on that. What it was the district attorney, right? Wasn't it the district attorney that knew about this because she was friends with the father? Because she was a district attorney. Somebody let me know, was she the district attorney? Sean agrees with your Will. I knew what you were saying, Victory. Charges. I got what you were saying. I got exactly what you were saying. So Daryl says, sad to say some black pastors are getting money to stay quiet. You know, that's a whole nother conversation. You know that. And Kyle could be a free man, but trust and believe, karma has no expiration date. So karma have her day with him. So they say salute King Kyle the Lionheart. Child back. So yeah, he was acquitted of all charges. That's what we're talking about, Christian. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, he was acquitted of all charges. So Will says, yeah, okay. Yeah, she was the district attorney. I thought so. So Yuri says, I think Arbery is going verdict. The verdict is going to be guilty. Unfortunately, I believe self-defense. Ahmaud was dumb as fuck to attack that man and to try to take the gun. So let me address you, Yuri, very quickly though, and then I'm gonna proceed on because I don't spend a whole lot of time with trolls. So this man was jogging in a neighborhood, and these men decided to take it amongst themselves to be police and all that old craziness. First off, why are you chasing a man with a gun? And then you tried to cage him in like an animal, and then you killed him. So I don't think he was dumb. He did what any human person would do. So thanks, though. Appreciate you, though. Right, the DA. That's what I thought. Thank you, brother. Hey, Gerald. Good to see you, love. Yeah. They announced the verdict earlier today. Like about 2 or 3 o'clock, I believe, was when the verdict was read. Somewhere up in there. So Jewel says, hey, sissy. She said today they were trying to get the judge to let in a charge of carjacking for Ahmaud. I was like, I know you lying. Let me tell you something, sis. They gonna do whatever they can to try to justify why they killed this black man that was jogging and minding his own business. But okay. Yuri, tell me he smoked a chomo. That's a good thing. Well, your opinion, baby. So he says he wasn't jogging. He was on a property with the intent to rob. If you have not been watching the trial, they did admit to saying that he was not the person that was breaking into the houses over there. But how was he gonna rob a house that hasn't even been built? But okay, I'm gonna let you make that make sense in your own little mind, baby. Bless you. So Sean says, so he should let them point guns at him. Go sit down somewhere. That way. All of the above. So Jules says, how the hell he was trying to carjack anyone and he's trying to get away from these races back. That he was running. And then the man that recorded decided to jump in his truck and follow them. So, right. Hey, Super. So he says I haven't followed the Arbery trial as much, but it sounds like the defendant admitted that they didn't have probable cause for citizen's arrest. They didn't. When I just played the clip, he admitted Ahmaud didn't have a gun, no anything. So no, they didn't have probable cause. They assumed because he was a black man jogging in the neighborhood that he jogged in, every day? So again, I want to know what houses he was trying to rob that weren't even built. But okay. So Yuri says they had the gun and tried to stop him. They could have shot first, but they wanted to hold for cops. Ahmaud escalated. Even if Ahmaud was white, would still be righteous. No, it was not righteous. So you mean to tell me that if I see you jogging down the street, I have a right to kill you? I have a right to block you in and kill you? Make it make sense, Yuri. I love the trolls, though. Bless their hearts. The carjacking, right. So Daryl says, Yuri, you are smoking. He was attacked by those animals. So Yuri, are you saying black people are not allowed to defend? We're not allowed to defend ourselves? That's all I want to know. So jogging in his own neighborhood, right. Oh, he was jogging. Super, he was. Which he did every day. So Yuri says for copper and tools. But let me see if I can find the clip where the man admitted that he was wrong for even calling the police because Arbery wasn't even the person. But okay, I'm going to let y'all make that make sense. So Will says false imprisonment, stalking, aggravated assault, and murder. Right. Christians say, go to hell, Yuri. Super say he shouldn't. I guess that's what you're trying to see. Will the third defendant admitted he wasn't a threat. Right. In the clip that I just played. Yuri, let me go and play this clip for you again because McMichael admitted that he wasn't a threat. But okay. So Yuri says, if I done what Ahmaud did, then I sealed my fate. But he was okay. So Yuri, I want you to hold that comment for just a moment. Let me replay this clip because the defendant admitted that Ahmaud was not a threat to him. He wasn't a threat. And Will the third say they didn't see anything on him to make him stop. Right. He said Super says Ahmaud should not have grabbed the gun, and that's why the dude pulled the trigger. So Super, so let me ask you this. So you feel like Ahmaud Arbery was the aggressor? You feel like he was the one that was, so he caused his own death, is what you're saying? Because I want clarification on this. You feel like Ahmaud Arbery caused his own death? Hold on, y'all. The comments are coming. Hold up. He says, if you suspect me of burglary, then hold me for cops. I wouldn't try 3 guys with guns. Okay. I know, sis. But you know, your shows never do anything without the trolls, babe. You know the trolls got to come out. We love them, though. Daryl says, I bet you think Trump was the greatest president ever, huh? So Sean says he didn't have to rob nothing. He was in his own rob nothing. He was in his own neighborhood jogging. This dude sounds like a damn fool. Girl, you know the trolls gonna always come out. You know they are. So Will says in order to be a felony trespassing charge, the owner had to tell Ahmaud Arbery he can't be on the property. That didn't happen. So Yuri, we're not gonna keep entertaining you, baby, because that's foolishness. So Super says no, he's saying the dude was in the wrong, but Arbery would still be alive if he didn't grab the gun. No, he would still be alive had these people have left him alone and minded their own business. Honestly, though. Had they mind their own business and stopped trying to be policing in the neighborhood, Ahmaud Arbery would have still been alive. This is what happens when people try to take the law into their own hands. Let the real police officers handle it. That's all I got to say. Sean said, basically at the end of the day, they should have left him alone. He was jogging. He had no weapons on him. McMichael admitted on the stand that Ahmaud Arbery posed no threat to him, that he was no threat. So Yuri say he not trolling y'all. He say he's just posing his opinion. We appreciate you. So Will says Ahmaud Arbery was chased for a few blocks and was trying to get away from the real criminals. Right. That's the thing. Let him. What was he doing? So, in other words, and this is the point that I always try to make. We're not safe to do anything. We can't jog. We can't go to the store. We can't sit in our own house and eat ice cream without being killed. And without people trying to say, oh, we caused our own demise. No. Bull. So Christian says there's a video of people walking around the unfinished house. Then the owner sees one black man and called those two idiots to come and kill him. Ahmaud was trying to get away. Right. So Yuri says, no, only in the ghetto people mind their business. No, they need to do it in the suburbs too. Because if it doesn't apply to me, I stay in mine. Thanks. And he say that's why crime never gets solved. Yuri, you must really don't know the law, baby. And I think you're just, like I say, you're really not opposing an opinion. So, there. So, Super says, wait. He said this type of thing is a rare occurrence. That's why this is such a big trial. You really believe that? Super, you really believe that? Because you're talking about this. So, we can even go back. So, let me ask you, Super. I had to get my thought together real quick, what I was about to say. So, Trayvon Martin being killed, was that a rare occurrence? And he was minding his own business. I'm just curious. So Victory says it actually wasn't Arbery's neighborhood. He said Arbery lived about 2 miles away called Fancy Bluffs and had to cross 4 lanes of highway into a mostly predominant white neighborhood named Saltilla. Did I say that right? Saltilla Shores. So I'm going to come back to that. Hold on, Victory. Will the third say, the owner say he didn't call anyone. Because I think somebody said the owner called. Hold on, let me scroll. Let me see who said that, what comment. All the comments just come so fast and I'm trying to scroll back to the one. Hold on. I'm trying to find the comment, y'all. Hold on 1 second. They just come so fast. I have to go back and I'll have to go find the comment, but I'll go back to it. Hold on. Hold up. It's a lot more comments coming in. Hold on. All right. So Super says, don't act like, hold on, y'all. I'll go back. Let me go back to the comment. He say, don't act like white dudes are out there hunting us down all the time. The stats don't support us. So the police are not hunting us down? I'm just curious. I'm asking a real live question, though. I mean, because they are, though. But okay. Sean say, who the fuck he calling? Get Sean, let it go, girl. We not even worried about that. He said it was a rare occurrence. Thank you, Victory. Satilla Shorts. I knew it was something like that. So Super says Trayvon Martin made the same mistake as Arbery. Never fight the dude with a gun unless you're sure he's going to kill you. So let me do a timeout real quick. So we're not justified in protecting ourselves when we feel like we're being threatened or in harm's way. We're not allowed to do that because, from my understanding, if I feel like someone is coming in my space or following me and I don't know why, it's natural instinct to react and ask, why are you following me? Because he was chasing Trayvon Martin. Even after the police the 911 dispatcher told him to stand down, the police were on the way. So George Zimmerman took it upon himself to play rent-a-cop to go out there and be a police officer, and he really wasn't. So Trayvon really wasn't in the wrong. George Zimmerman should have stayed his ass back and left that boy alone because he wasn't bothering anybody. So Will III say being in the neighborhood isn't a crime unless he was told not to be there. That. So KP says the police are not hunting us down. So he say, just look how Trayvon and Arbery ended up. That should tell you that they didn't handle themselves right. Really, they did, because if I'm following you and you don't know why I'm following you, your natural reaction is you're going to react. Because you're going to want to know, why am I following you? What did I do to warrant for you to follow me? George Zimmerman, see, again, here we go. They're victim. We got to stop victim blaming. Because had George Zimmerman have stayed in the car like he was told, Trayvon Martin would still be alive. That way. Trayvon Martin was murdered. That way. Well, let's talk about it. Both cases were black men that were killed minding their own business. That way. Trayvon was walking home from the store and was killed by a person that couldn't even become a real cop. So you opted to become a security guard. Okay. Even after the 911 dispatcher told you to stand down, police were en route. But okay. Baby, I'm going to let y'all add it. Whatever. But like I see, I'm praying for a guilty verdict in the murder trial of Ahmaud Arbery. So Super say he's not victim blaming. I'm saying the other guy's in the wrong, but still both Trayvon and Arbery are dead. And they shouldn't be. They should not be dead for minding their own business. What was their purpose? So this is the question. I'm gonna pose this question before I go into my final thoughts, because I got another show to host tonight. So this is the question that I have. So What's the purpose of having the police then? What's the purpose of calling the police if you want to act like the police and you're not really the police? That's all I want to know. Why call the police if you still gonna take the matters into your own hands? I'm sorry. So Victory says Arbery had the right to be in that neighborhood, but video surveillance showed that Arbery was in one of the houses that was being built that day. Yeah, but Victory. So let me ask you, because someone, I can't remember the comment, they say that that the owner called the police, but the owner say he never called the police. So Super say they shouldn't be, but they are. He say, I don't think private citizens should be acting like cops. And that's the point I'm trying to make to you, Super, is why call the police if you still want to try to take the matters into your own hand? You know, Ahmaud Arbery. They jumped in the car. He's jogging, minding his own business. Okay, he went into a house that was being built. And then he left and went on his merry little way jogging. What constituted them to follow him? Trayvon Martin, again, coming home from the store. What constituted George Zimmerman to follow him? That's just like if we want to, compare apples to oranges, let's look at Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis was sitting in the car with his friends at a gas station. They had the music cut up loud, and a guy that was a patron at the store shot into the car because the music was too loud. Why didn't you just go in the store and tell them, hey, can you tell these people cut the music down? So make it make sense to me. Like Will III say, all men involved in the killings aspire to be law enforcement. Right. Because if I'm not mistaken, the daddy in the murder trial of Ahmaud Arbery was a former police officer. I think he was a former police officer. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. So Super says, that's why I say the dudes are wrong and Trayvon was right. But it's used being right if you're dead. It's used what? Being right if you're dead. But he wouldn't be dead had George Zimmerman just stayed in the car like the dispatcher told him to. That's the issue that I have, is that you have all these people that are not police officers that want to be police officers, and people end up dead. Oh, no use. Okay. I was really trying. I was like, huh? Like I didn't understand what you were saying. So thank you for the correction. But at the end of the day, Ahmaud Arbery is dead. His life was taken. So tragically, and for what? By men that had no justified reason to chase this man down. Y'all just make it make sense to me. This is the only trial I'm concerned with right now. I pray that this family gets justice. I'm still praying that Breonna Taylor gets justice. And all the other countless black men and women and black boys and black girls that have been killed unjustly, I pray they get justice. Super says there will be a guilty verdict. The verdict will be guilty. I hope so. I really got my fingers crossed on it. I really hope that this family gets justice because they deserve it. They really deserve it. Victory say, I think guilty too. This family deserves it. They absolutely deserve it. Gone. So innocently, y'all. Devastating and heartbreaking. Whew. That's kind of heavy. So Victory, what do y'all think about this? Super. So Will says they will probably only find the son guilty. So Will, you don't believe You don't believe the father and the gentleman that filmed, you don't believe that they will be found guilty? Super say I'm going back and watching the trial now. Right. Keep me Super, keep me updated too, because I've watched bits and pieces of the trial. I only watch bits because my heart just can't take it. My heart just I watched the first 3 days and I had to turn it off. My heart just could not take it. I just couldn't. So Michael says, uh, this is why I don't leave the house unarmed. The cops aren't going to be there to help you. I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, I agree. Y'all, man, it really, thank you, babe. Victory. Um, y'all, I really think, I don't think y'all really think the son will get it all and not the dad and the other young man? Super say the trials are tough. They are. And, the more I watch these trials, it's like, I don't know. I really do pray for justice for this family. Christians say the world is in dark places, always has been. Very sad, right? Will says they are trying them separately so they can do that. Okay. Sean says she agrees with you, Will. So I just let me take a deep breath. Let me collectively get my thoughts together as I get ready to bring this to a close. Ahmaud Arbery. I'm so tired of the hashtags, y'all. I'm just I'm tired of these murders, these unjust murders. I'm tired. Will justice ever be served for the countless black men and women that are killed unjustly? Will says they are doing damage control. He said they're looking out for the McMichael family. And I agree with you, Christian. A beautiful, beautiful, handsome young man who had his whole life ahead of him. Absolutely did. My heart goes out to his family and friends, and maybe co-workers, anybody that was involved with Ahmaud Arbery. My heart goes out to you. And I pray that justice is served for this family. I pray for a guilty verdict for all three. Although we know, it'll never bring them back, but the family deserves justice and some type of closure so they can heal. The family deserves that. Um, Heavy, y'all. Very heavy. Very, 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 very heavy. So I'm gonna roll into my final thoughts, y'all. We talked about Kyle Rittenhouse and he got off. Some people agree he was justified. Some people disagree he wasn't. 2 lives were lost. We knew the inevitable in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. We knew this. So I don't know why anybody's surprised. But my focus is Ahmaud Arbery My focus is the other 3 police officers in the murder of George Floyd, whose trial starts in March of 2022. I believe it's in March or May. But y'all already know I'm going to keep y'all updated on that. I'm with you, Christian. But let me roll into my final thoughts and share some things. You know, I respect everybody's opinion. I do. I appreciate all the comments and everybody tuning in tonight and you know, expressing their thoughts and feelings. It's all well do respected. But one thing about Ashley, I've never been a racist, but I've been all for my people. You get what I'm saying? You cannot say all lives matter until Black lives start to matter. So until we start getting justice for Black men, Black women, Black girls, and Black boys, I'm going to continue to fight for them. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. When Ray Ray kills Mookie, we know Ray Ray's going to prison. We know this. But when a police officer or a white man murders a Black man, there's never any justice. So, hell yeah, we're upset. Absolutely, we're upset. We want justice. We deserve justice. Although we know this judicial system was never strategically designed to accommodate or help us, we still get up and we continue to fight for justice, which we rightfully deserve. We deserve that. They keep saying, well, all lives matter. All lives can't matter again until Black lives start to matter. And to the gentleman at the top that asked me, do I care about all the killings in Chicago? Absolutely. I care about all the killings in Flint, Michigan. I care about all the murders in New Orleans. I care about all the murders in Atlanta, Georgia. I care about all the murders in Los Angeles, California. That matters to me. That matters. So tonight's conversation was absolutely needed. It was absolutely warranted. We got to see another example of white privilege. We got to see it. First and foremost, up close and personal. Some people are calling Kyle Rittenhouse a hero. Oh, he did it. He went and stood. Okay. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I disagree with that. Sean say amen, sis. Right, Christian, there isn't one side. There's 3 sides. Yours, mine, and the truth. You know that. But anything that's been done unjustly, karma is patiently waiting. There's never an expiration date on karma. It may not directly happen to you, but it could happen to someone close to you, a family member, a friend, anything. And you're right, Will. Heroes don't go looking for trouble. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Absolutely. Beautifully said. Today was heavy. But I got another beautiful show that I'm about to jump into tonight. But I do want to let y'all know, thank y'all for tuning in with me. You could always catch Black Girl Interrupted every Tuesday and every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget, y'all, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Clubhouse. Come hang out with me. I love these conversations. I love, love, love these beautiful conversations. So, Tuesday, because I know I said I was going to go live Thursday, but when all this broke, I was like, yeah. I may jump on tomorrow, but Tuesday, I want to address domestic violence because I want to speak on Zach Stacy. Because I was in a space today, y'all. Very sickening comments that were made in regards to this young man that horrifically beat his girlfriend, and people were trying to justify that. So Tuesday night, we're going to be talking about domestic violence. We're going to have that conversation again. Hold on, we got some more comments. Sean say absolutely. I love you too, babe. Black Girl Interrupted, Sean. It's Black Girl Interrupted. Well, absolutely. It was definitely hard to watch. And he is absolutely an animal. So y'all tune in with me Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. We're going to talk about, I'm going to address domestic violence yet again. Because this is a conversation that needs to continuously be had. So y'all can't shy away from the conversation. Christians say, I can't stop looking at that video where the baby, it was two children in the room. It was the 5-month-old baby, and then the young lady had another child that was in the room too. But I want y'all to hold that because we're going to talk about that Tuesday night. And I definitely want the men in on this conversation as well, because I'm going to address the women when it comes to domestic violence as well. Because I don't condone it either way. I don't condone men hitting women. I don't condone women hitting men. So y'all come on and let's be ready for this roundtable discussion when it comes to domestic violence. So, and then Tuesday will be not the final episode. I will go live again the following Tuesday. I'm not going to do anything Thursday because, of course, that's Thanksgiving and the Saints are playing, so I have to be tuned in to watch my game. But yeah, just a FYI, my birthday is coming, so y'all know I'm gonna do another virtual birthday party. So y'all tap in for that too. 8 p.m. Central Time, Christian. 8 p.m. on Tuesday. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is when I'm gonna do the we're gonna speak on domestic violence and Zach Stacy and the countless other domestic violence cases. Oh, you're welcome, baby. You're welcome. No problem at all. But I do appreciate everyone tuning in. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, like, share, subscribe. Black Girl Interrupted. Tune in Tuesday so we can have that conversation where we're talking about domestic violence. Like I say, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all of that. I love you too, cousin. I love you too. I love, 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 love you too, honey. But yeah, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, bring a friend, tell a friend. Y'all come hang out with your girl. I have beautiful conversations, very safe spaces. Of course, we don't get disrespectful on here. We just have some real life conversations. But I love you guys. I hope everyone has a good night. Oh yeah, if you are on Clubhouse, come hang out with me. I'm about to open my room on Clubhouse. I'm actually about to sit down with Daphne Springs. If you don't know who she is a Facebook comedian sensation, very beautiful spirit. Love her. I'm actually gonna get up close and personal with her and ask her some questions and just have a good time on Clubhouse. So y'all go follow Black Girl Interrupted. It is on Clubhouse. Join the club. Tune in tonight for the conversation. I'm actually going live with her in about 3 minutes. So good. Come on, Clubhouse. Come on, Will. Come on in my club. I'm interviewing her tonight. We having a conversation tonight. So y'all come on into Black Girl Interrupted on Clubhouse. I love you guys. I gotta go ahead and end this because I got to get ready to open this room for my interview with her, and I'm very excited to be doing it. So I love you guys. Love, love, love. And I'll see y'all Tuesday night. Don't forget 8 p.m. Central Time. So I hope everyone has a great night. Enjoy your weekend. It's still who that around here. So love y'all and be safe.